that's an ongoing problem at the commission. When they approve these rate increases, they're sold on a percentage basis. But as you pointed out, that is rarely the true percentage increase that we're seeing. And you know, for example, there was the Graham County Cooperative on the eastern side of the state. You know, I forget what they sold that as. I think they sold it as 20 or 25%. The customers I talked to were seeing 60% increases. But that was post-approval. It was already approved. And so it is what it is. So yes, I don't think the APS rate increase was fair. I don't think yours was fair. I don't think Graham County's was fair. And I will try not to be too political tonight, but three candidates who were up on that stage refused to say that. I would love if you all went and watched the debate. It's actually not as dry as you imagine it would be. It got a little spicy at times. But yeah, there were three candidates up there who, well, and one, the incumbent, who tried to explain that we should be happy with our current rates because they're so low compared to some other states.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have a question. So it sounds like it's one against the rest of them. How is that going to work for you if you're trying to fight for our rates and all that? You're going to be outnumbered.
Yeah. So. Okay, again, I said I'd try not to get too political.
Just go for
too
it.
political.
We want you to be political.
Okay, well, so I'll start by saying that, first of all, I think it's a disservice to Arizona for this commission to be partisan. Because it doesn't matter what letter comes after your name, we all pay the same utility bills.
Hallelujah.
And these are not the typical issues that we fight, you know, in a partisan way about. This affects everybody's pocketbook at the end of the day, and so I think it really does Arizona a disservice that, you know, yes, I have a D after my name, Leah has an R, and so forth.
Policy, not by letter.
Right, yeah, and so that's what, you know, I'm running it with. The two other people who also happen to have D's after the name, Eleni and Joshua. If you go watch the debate, they also agreed that those rate increases were unfair. And so if you just leave party out of it and just, like you said, pay attention to the policy, I think there are three candidates who support, you know, reevaluating the UniSource docket, reevaluating the APS docket. But yes, to your point, it's a 5-member commission. You need 3 votes to get anything passed. So it is a bit of an uphill battle, but we're going to fight it.
But you're running for office, right? They're running for office.
Yes.
You're going against these people here, and you're basically saying, yeah, we should reduce this, we should do that, because that's the right thing to say, if you want to get elected.
Well,
but
save all that.
I understand that.
My question before was kind of a two-parter, so let me get to my second part. So 3 of the largest utilities in the state implemented increases over the last year between 7 and 9%. They're actually higher. You said you're against it, you think it's unfair. How important is this to you, and what exactly will you do about it if you're elected?
So again, I think this is the commission's core responsibility. You know, yes, they handle securities and they handle business registrations. Those things are important, but they're not usually that contentious. Everyone sort of tends to agree on it. So I think that when it comes to utility regulation, that is the most important mission of the commission. And so I completely see your point and agree that, you know, you have to be careful. And, you know, am I just saying what I'm saying, you know, to get elected? I would say, if I don't keep my word, get me out of there. Vote me out. If I'm so fortunate enough to be elected in the first place.
Can we get your phone number and email and address?
Yeah, I'll give you my, I have my business cards, yeah, absolutely. Oh, but something I will, you said like what would I be able to do about it, or what I.
So how important is it to you, and what exactly will you do?
So what exactly will I do about it is, if I'm elected, I promise to you that I will vote to reopen the UniSource case. That's what, as you mentioned, Leah tried to do a couple weeks ago. After she voted yes, she tried to change her vote to no, but the chairman wouldn't allow it. So yes, I will vote to reopen that case. I have to be careful.
How do you do that, though? You just, one person can't reopen the case, right?
No, one person can't reopen the
So
case,
what-
so
what
you
is
need,
the
so you
policy
need
requirement?
a majority vote.
You vote to reopen the case.
Yes,
So
so
if we vote to
if we
reopen
get,
it, it can be reopened.
It
Is
can-
there a timeframe?
not really. And the final thing I'll add is that I have to be a little careful. I can't really say how I would vote on that case if it were reopened, what my vote would be, because the commissioners are supposed to be essentially judges. They're not supposed to have predetermined views, and so if I publicly say I'm gonna vote a certain way on the final, reopening a case is one thing, but if I say how I'm gonna vote on a case specifically, I risk forcing myself to be recused from that vote, in which case my vote doesn't do anybody any good. So, but I will promise you, I will vote, whether I have the 3 votes or not, to reopen this case.
Thank you. We're gonna jump around a little bit.